More answers, presented by Mazda BT-50. More is more.
Hello there, Russell Barwick alongside Sam Kekovich as we look at the big questions in rugby league for this week. And Sam, I know you come prepared normally to these things. You've got a question.
Let me ask you this question.
You've got a question for me.
You went on record at the start of the season, the West Tigers, Balmain Tigers,
team.
We're going to be a real threat this year.
Of course they will.
They're lamenting at the bottom of the ladder. What has gone wrong?
Well, I don't know what's gone wrong, but if you believe everything that you hear, it's got to do with their two major playmakers, Benji Marshall and Robbie Farah. They are mates, but they're not football mates, if you understand what I'm saying there. They don't have the same game plan when it comes to being on the field. The performance last week was inept in that first half. It was all over after 20 minutes. They had 24 points put on them. In the end, it was a 50-point thumping or a 44-point thumping. Humphries resigned the next day. I think the timing of that was poor.
How bad was that?
And I also think the fact that Mick Potter's inherited a bit of dead wood from Tim Sheens has also got something to do with it. It's one of those rebuilding phases. Every club has to go through it, and unfortunately it's the West Tigers' turn this time around. It's a cop-out, I know, but nothing's going to get fixed in the short term. Benching Benji Marshall is probably not the right idea, sends out the wrong signal. You spoke to Stephen Humphries.
Yeah, I did indeed, and there's some
bigger issues?
A million issues behind the scene.
OK, State of Origin teams get named this weekend. Surprises? I don't think there'll be too many. I think Laurie Daly's come out and said he's fairly confident he's got the right lineup. I think Pearce will play halfback. I think James Maloney will play 5'8", despite the fact Todd Carney's playing OK.
Jared Haynes at fullback.
Correct.
Look, I think you made a very valid point earlier when you said...
might get a start on the bench there somewhere.
I think you made a valid point earlier when you said that he's got all the players that he wants. They're in form. He's got them collective. And all they've got to worry about now is in the right frame of mind.
No,
and if you can't get in the right frame of mind for State of Origin, well, what do you need?
They have to worry about one other thing.
The opposition?
Yes.
I forgot
Who,
about
despite
that.
the fact that Billy's played in a couple of losing games and a draw in Cooper and Cameron Smith,
Mel's coached 6 in a row.
Greg Inglis, just throw him the ball and let him score a try. He is outstanding, and Queensland, unfortunately, will probably be...
They've got a bit to contend with, sorry.
We've just had a big weekend of big scores in the NRL, a couple of 50 and 60-point hidings. Is that good or bad for the game, you reckon?
Well, we spoke about the AFL, the problem the AFL have got with huge discrepancies, retain the interest of the punter. When the same thing's going to apply in any code.
What about
and rugby
the Warriors?
League's not exempt.
That was just... I think
where
it's
are
just
the Warriors coming from?
That was just an off day.
They were going to be another side that were going to be threatening.
And the Bulldogs got whacked by Newcastle, who the week before got whacked by Canberra. I can't understand...
Well, is defence not an issue in rugby league anymore? Are we being too offensive?
It's the thing that goes around the house, defence.
I realise that there's no moat around the ball carrier anymore. I mean to say it's all about offence, scoring. But at the end of the day... You've got to defend your line as well.
Exactly. Sam Kekovich, he knows about defending the line, that's for sure and certain. Back next week with more, courtesy of our great mates at Mazda and the BT-50.